In this lesson, we're going to be finding percents using the proportion method. We have two different methods that we're going to be looking at, the proportion method and the equation method. This is the first video and the proportion method. So in this method for solving percents, we're going to use something, we're going to set up two ratios which make a proportion. And we have this is over of percent over 100. This is something you might want to memorize because this is how we're going to set up the two ratios, and the two ratios set equal to each other make it a proportion. So what does this look like? Well, we're going to read it up here. It says 440 is, so the is 440. What percent? So that means we're looking for the percent. So the percent is our unknown number, and of 400. So our of is 400. And now we look at our proportion. We're going to put the is on top. Well, the is was 440. We're going to put the of on the bottom. It was 400. We're going to put our equal sign and set up our second ratio. We were looking for the percent, so that's where our unknown number is, and that always goes over 100. Is over of percent over 100. Now that we've set this up, we're going to use our method that we used for solving proportions, our butterfly method. I'm going to erase this because I have it pulled up here on my PowerPoint. Butterfly method. Remember, our butterfly method is where we do the diagonals. So on one side of the proportion we have 440 times 100, and on the other side we have 400 times x. Now when we do the multiplication, to multiply any number times 100, you just add two zeros to this. So that would be 44,000 on one side. And on the other side, that should say 400x, and my PowerPoint is wrong. Then we're going to divide, and it would be 110%. So you divide both sides by 400, and when you do that, you get 110%. So once you set these up, you're going to be using your calculator to solve them. Let's look at another one. What percent, so we know that we're looking for the percent, is our unknown number, of 60, so 60 is our of, is 15, so 15 is our is, and now we're just going to set it up. We're going to put the is on the top, which was 15. We're going to put the of on the bottom, which was 60. That's our first ratio. Our second one, we're looking for the percent over 100. Again, we're going to do our butterfly wings, so that would be 15 times 100 on one side and 60x on the other side. So when we do the multiplication there to multiply by 100, we just add two zeros to 15. So that would be 1500 equals 60x. To get x by itself, now we divide both sides by x. And now you can use your calculator to figure that out. Whoops, that wasn't supposed to come up. Oh. So let's see what that would be. I don't have my calculator handy, but I have my PowerPoint. We set it up. We multiplied. Now we divide both sides by 60, and it would be 25%. So once you get it set up, we have talked about how to solve proportions. So hopefully you're comfortable with solving proportions once you get it set up. It's just getting it set up correctly. Okay, find 105%. So here we are given the percent. So the percent right here is going to be 105. Of 72, so there's the of, so in place of, we're going to put 72. So what is missing here? The missing part is the is, so this is where our variable is going to go. So we just plug everything in there that we know. So we put x in for is, 72 in for the of, 105 into the percent, and now again we're going to do our butterfly wings. So on one side of the equation we're doing 72 times 105, and on the other side we have 100 times x, or 100x. When you multiply 72 times 105, you get 7,560. Now you divide both sides by 100, and it is 75 6/10. So 105% of 72 is 75 6/10. Find 50%. So again, they're given the percent. So here in place of the percent, we're going to put 50. Of 20, so we know that the of is 20. So what is missing? Again, what's missing is the is. So here's our variable. So we have x over 20 and 50 over 100. We're going to use our butterfly wing. So on one side we have 20 times 50, And on the other side, we have 100x. 50 times 20, 5 times 2 is 10. Add 2 zeros, that would be 1,000. Now divide both sides by 100, and it would be 10. 40 is, this time we're given the is, so here on the top we're going to put 40. 0.8%, so we're given the percent, and it is 0.8% of what number? So the of is what is missing this time. So if you look to see how we set it up there, we had 40 over x, and we had 0.8 over 100. Again, butterfly wings. So on one side we have 40 times 100. The other side we have 0.8 x. 40 times 100 is 4 times 0. Then add 3 zeros. That would be 4,000 equals 0.8x. Now we divide both sides by 0.8, and it would be 5,000. Again, you'll want to have your calculator when you get to that point, but hopefully you're learning how to set these up. Just plugging in numbers to the right places of the proportions. 40%. So in place of the percent, we're going to put 40. Of what number? So we don't know the of. So that is our unknown number. Is 14. So in place of the is, we put 14. So we have 14 over x equals 40 over 100. Again, we do our butterfly wings, and we have 14 times 10, which is going to be 1,400 equals 40x. Now we divide both sides by 40, and we would find that it is 35. Is over of, percent over 100. So as you're reading, you just plug them into the right place of those two ratios. And hopefully that will help you solve percents using the proportion method.